Should I start again?
Yeah.
Try something different.
Cut that.
Yeah.
Try something different.
Ready?
My name's Hugo Macdonald. I'm the acting Global Design Director at Wallpaper.
My name is Olly Mason and I'm the head of interiors at Wallpaper magazine.
The Wallpaper Design Awards issue is the one issue in the year where we come together and talk about the people, the projects, the products that have stood out from the year behind, but almost more importantly, the ones that we feel are shaping the future too. I think when you look at this year's winners, what's interesting is we're seeing a celebration of beauty, which is perhaps something people take for granted, but actually for a while it's felt that design has celebrated ugliness and oddness as a point of difference, whereas there's a return to just beauty in and of itself that speaks for itself as being something that is a welcome return, I'd say.
Designers and manufacturers are, being very expressive. Manufacturers are sort of supporting their ideas and letting the landscape be carved exactly how they want to and not restrained from any sort of typical, historical, traditional structures of the industry, I guess.
There is a feeling that that idea of quiet luxury is still very prevalent in the industry, which translates in design terms to be a generosity of upholstery, furniture that looks and feels very comfortable. We're seeing big sofas, squashy armchairs, things that it feels mad to say are wonderful and seductive and excellent to sit in, but for some time the trappings of modernity and sort of hard angular furniture that looked good but perhaps wasn't so lovely to sit in is a thing of the past.
And quiet luxury can still be, full and have character and have bring comfort to you in your home.
One of the other things that's quite interesting to note is this focus on ritual within the home. I think it's a consequence of pandemic life still that we are feeling that our homes are sanctuaries and safe spaces. And we see that in a lot of brands bringing out object collections, so candlesticks, ceramic objects, table lamps, even things that enhance your appreciation of everyday life within the home and maybe turn sort of mundane daily activities into things that feel a bit more ritualistic, a bit more ceremonial.
We've seen so much this year of designers moving back to sort of an analogue materiality and moving away from sort of high-tech interaction with products and, design which includes a real human element.
And a re-evaluation of the power of analogue experiences within an ever more digitized, AI-driven reality that we still don't really know what the consequences are. Designers are responding to the uncertain future of digital tools by celebrating the physicality of materials, the human power of craft to engage us on a primal level. I think the values that are inherent in craft as a process and craft as a knowledge-based practice feel ever more relevant within the design industry.
Even more relevant. I mean, people are returning to those techniques and processes, I think, drawing back to those more simplistic ways of using material, creating things. I think there's a real confidence in design where people are excited to celebrate and share how something's been made.
One of the things that I've noticed, which is encouraging, I think, is materials feeling and looking like their natural states. So a reduction in coatings, for instance. Wood feels like wood. This idea that an honest integrity within material expression is something that we find increasingly comforting in our homes and in life in general. It feels like there's a greater emphasis on storytelling within design. That comes from craft, first and foremost, I think, of stories of people and places and communities and heritage skills and techniques that perhaps have been overlooked in the past, and we're beginning to celebrate unheard voices and untold stories.
Yeah.
But there's a wider thing happening there too, I think, which is brands and designers understanding that storytelling is a powerful way of connecting people to the things that they live with. And with that connection, you fall in love with furniture and objects that you surround yourselves with. And if you fall in love with them, then you look after them.
Yeah.
If you look after them, then you live with them for longer. Looking ahead, it feels like there's a tremendous optimism within design. The most encouraging thing, I think, that we feel and that we talk about a lot is the idea of barriers within design breaking down. It's not a siloed industry like it was for several decades. There's a generosity, an interest in holding hands with other industries under a common understanding that actually what we know within the design industry can benefit sectors far beyond design and manufacturing.
To find out who took home an award, make sure you pick up a copy of the Wallpaper Design Awards issue on newsstands today.